And while the entire neighborhood seems to be in a flux, the most dramatic changes are taking place in Myanmar. The military coup by the generals is being backed by China. Within Myanmar, the voices of opposition are rising. The citizens have found a unique way to protest against the coup.
Car horns, pots and pans, anti-coup slogans. These sounds fill the air of Yangon on Tuesday. The biggest show of public anger since the military staged a coup 2 days ago.
We joined in with the banging of pots last night until they went out of shape. We did this because this is the only thing that we are able to do at the moment. I'm glad I did it, and at the same time, we want the international community to be aware of this situation because we are not able to fight back in terms of power against them.
Myanmar saw no violence after the coup, but it's not calm either. Beneath the surface, a civil disobedience movement is brewing. Members of the medical fraternity wore a red ribbon to signal their loyalty to Aung San Suu Kyi. Meanwhile, the generals intensified their crackdown on the democratically elected leader. Suu Kyi has now been accused of illegally importing radios. She has been put in detention till the 15th of February. The United Nations has again called for her release.
The special envoy also called for the immediate release of Aung San Suu Kyi and President Win Myint and dozens of political leaders, family members, and activists who have been detained. She reiterated that this is a serious blow to democratic reforms in Myanmar.
The people of Myanmar now stare at an uncertain and difficult future. The Western powers are threatening sanctions. This will be a body blow for Myanmar's economy, and not a new one either. In the 1990s, Myanmar suffered tough sanctions. They severely limited investment, job creation, and the country's borrowing ability. But the military managed to bypass sanctions through its own companies and opaque deals. According to historian Thanh Minh Yu, heroin production was one of the roads to riches for the military. Millions of acres of land was confiscated from locals when the sanctions became too harsh. This land was leased or sold to former black marketeers, drug lords, and cronies of the generals. Business owners in Myanmar today fear that the coup is a return to the past, and their businesses will now face international isolation.
It is difficult to work under an unelected government. It creates major concerns for investment. International businesses will have difficulties coming into the country. The market is very narrow in Myanmar. It would be more difficult for other countries to work here if Myanmar is put under sanctions. If so, then they will leave Myanmar to maintain their image. So the coup will affect our businesses and especially foreign investment. The coup affects foreign currency exchange. The market will cool down. We will be reluctant to make purchases. Our major concern is how we maintain a banking system if we are put under US sanctions.
Already, America has threatened to impose sanctions on Myanmar after the coup. But if history is any proof, sanctions are a blunt instrument. They may turn away international investors. But the military that holds all the cards now can survive any financial curbs. Ultimately, it's the people of Myanmar who will suffer. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.